Two tough away games, 4 points from 6. It's kind of a hackneyed question really, but would you probably have taken that before the Boston game?
I think so. I don't like looking 2 games in advance. I think it was all about winning the next game. We beat Boston, and so then we were, disappointed we went into Curzon and not won the game. But on reflection and the way we performed Tuesday, I'm delighted with the 4 points. Yeah.
Was there a feeling perhaps it was a game too far in a tough schedule on Tuesday night?
You could say that. They had the same. They played the Saturday before. We just weren't there on Tuesday. But testament to the group, great character. Don't know when we're beaten at the moment, which is great. It's a great positive to have. And we relied on too many people on Tuesday at the wrong end of the pitch, which is disappointing. But that's what they're paid to do, and that's why they're part of the team.
Yeah, talk about sticking in there. Was it 2 minutes into added time? I think you got the goal.
Yeah, it was great. Listen, the game should have been done and dusted. I'm not going to lie about how we performed. We were poor Tuesday. We were second best. Saying that, with 15 minutes to go, we started to turn the screw a little bit. We looked fitter than them, and it was we were creating numerous chances. So delighted that one went in the end. And like you said, I'll take the draw and we move on.
Back to Boston then.
Yeah, another long trip, and we'll be ready for it. Really excited, really looking forward to it. It's a different pressure on Saturday, but like I said, we haven't got a game for 8 days after that. So looking forward to getting down there, positive result, and resting a few, and for the week ahead going into Hereford.
Obviously, it's a new game, it's a new competition, but does the last trip to Boston have any bearing on this, do you?
I suppose it does in terms of we know the surroundings, new pitch, we know the travel. So little things that we take from that, but in terms of who we're playing against, they're the same tough opponents. They're the same team who have got to be up there at the end of the season, and they'll be a team who are looking to win on Saturday. So it'll be another good game, and we respect them big time. They've got some very good players and a good manager for the level. So we've got to be at it.
If we look at the season as a whole at the moment, obviously the league, I'm guessing, is the top priority. Obviously it generally is with most clubs. The FA Cup's great when you've got it, isn't it? But I mean, realistically, Harriers probably aren't going to win the FA Cup, but you could win the FA Trophy.
Yeah, I always say it, and I'll sound a bit boring, but we just want to win the next game, and Boston's the next game. And if we can win that, then half the tie are out, half the teams are out of the ties. So we're one step closer. But like I said, it's one game at a time. It's a 90-minute game. There's no replay. There's no extra time. So we just got to give everything we can for 90 minutes. Be better than what we have been on Tuesday, and give ourselves a chance.
It is the old adage of one game at a time. I fully accept that, but nonetheless, of course, the Christmas schedule is coming, and it's always a rash of games in a short space of time, and some big games as well.
Yes, it is. Like I said, after the Boston game, we've got 8 days until we play on Boxing Day, which would be great for everybody to kind of recharge the batteries and go again for what is another unbelievably congested Christmas period in January for ourselves. But it's where we want to be. We're in all forms of the cups and doing well in the league. So confidence. You just want to play games.
And a couple of derby games against Hereford over Christmas. Obviously, should work well for both clubs. Both hopefully get a decent crowd in.
Well, that's it. Everyone loves coming to watch football matches at the moment. Sandwiched in between is Kettering away, so another local game. And then we're going to a really tough January, so these games take care of itself. I look forward to Hereford when it's around next week, but we've got a job to do first.
And in terms of your season so far, I appreciate it's going to be the old managerial thing, as we've won nothing yet, but you've got to be pretty happy with how things are going.
Yeah, I'm delighted. We look organised, we look disciplined, and we're playing with confidence. We're scoring goals, and we've got everything to be successful. But what we haven't got, and we won't know until the end of the season, is consistency. We've been consistent in the last couple of months, and we've got to build on that now. You're only as good as your last game, and we were off it on Tuesday, so we've got to get back to the levels we know we can do.
But they always say, if you're not at your best and you still get something, that's usually the sign of a good side.
It is, and I've credited the lads for that. And like you said, it's not always got to go our way. Far from it, actually, because we've done nothing yet. We've achieved nothing. But like I said, we're ticking over nicely with the points, and long may it continue.
Obviously, as you mentioned, you're scoring goals, you're winning games. People who have seen you, a fair bit of you have told me, you're looking at a very fit squad as well.
Well, if you're not fit and you're full time, then it's complete disrespect to myself and the players around you. So that's a given in any team that I'll be coaching and been a part of, you've got to be fit first and foremost. It gives you a chance, and like you said, if you're not fit, I think it's very disrespectful anyway.
And of course, with some clubs in the league being full-time like yourselves, others have been part-time, you've got to use that to your advantage, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. It's a tough league when you talk like that. We're one of 5 full-time teams, I think. But there's a lot of teams who aren't full-time who pay full-time money. So it's that kind of mixture of what we've got. When you are full-time, you are everyone's team to beat, especially with the facilities we've got at this football club. But that's great, that's what we want, that's the pressure we want, and we've got to thrive on that pressure, and so far, so be it.
Fingers crossed it doesn't come to this at Harriers level or Van or North level, but obviously we're hearing now Premier League games are starting to go by the wayside because of COVID. I mean, are you putting in any extra measures here, or are you just being sensible? How are you approaching it with regards
to that? We're just, the measures have never changed for us, and first of all, you've got to be responsible for yourself and your family, and if everyone does that, we'll be fine. I can't babysit anybody else. We've all got to look after each other. The club have got their own protocol, and I think we're very good at stuff like that.
Actually, because we don't want another season finally like we've had when you were flying and then...
No, and I'm sure we won't. I think, yes, if you watch the news every day, it's not good, but we're here to live our lives and move on. It's you've got to be safe and responsible. I understand we are in a pandemic, epidemic, what you call it. But like you said, if everyone looks after themselves and is responsible and does the right thing, then we'll be fine.
Final one from me. In terms of injuries after Boston, then Curzon, did you pick up any more problems, or are you okay?
No problems, just a little bit of fatigue, but that's all gone today. Joe Folks will be back in and around the squad on Saturday, which is great for us, and hopefully can get some game time moving forward.
Lovely, thank you very much.
I guess the key thing as well, you mentioned how busy the period's going to be coming up, to have Folksy and Monty and those kind of back in and around it. They've waited a long time for it, but they're coming back at the best time for us as well, aren't they?
They are. They've got to add something to the group first and foremost. You've got to be in the team on merit. What they are, they're good players, and they just haven't been fit, unfortunately, for them and for us. So with them two coming back, and whoever we bring in the next 7 to 10 days can only add and bolster what we've already got at the football club.
And it keeps on the toes the players who have been playing regularly, of course, because I know that competition is genuinely there with players fit and available. Yeah,
it's healthy. I've said it from the start. You're not bringing anyone in to make the numbers up, it's to play, because I think that's what's benefited us this season. And like you said, with that many games, it'd be cruel to rely on the so-called older players and lads who are just fatigued a little bit to play every single game. A duty of care, that's just not going to benefit us. So we have to be ready.